How would you like to lay back and enjoy the tropical climate of the islands of Hawaii? How would you like to put your feet in soft sand as you encounter the most beautiful, breathtaking natural views all around you? How would you like to be overwhelmed with the smell of flowers as you come across many different plants, trees, mountains, and waters? How would you like to take a swim in the most crystal clear, colorful waters as your eyes are in awe to so many different species of marine life all around? Today's guest will talk about these and other exceptional experiences she had while traveling to Oahu in Hawaii, an island known for their aloha spirits. The Humanities Mass Communication Department at Normal Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to the television's featured writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Eddie Cesario, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course in our directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes, working hard to bring this program to you as a few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them a chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is an NCC student in the film and TV production course and has traveled all her life but has recently favored a trip to the island of Oahu and Hawaii. Her trip has driven her to make an extremely life-changing decision. Now I would like you to meet our guest today, Kamilla C. Welcome, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You went recently to Oahu and Hawaii and it made a major impact on your life. Can you tell us a little about that, like what your decision has been from that?
Sure. So I recently traveled to Hawaii and I've been all over the world, but I just fell in love with the place so much that I'm actually deciding to move there, and I'm getting a lot of people telling me that it's not a good idea because I'll be stranded in an island, but I fell in love with the people there. They're so friendly, their aloha spirit, and amongst a lot of other things that was so nice in Hawaii. I also fell in love with outstanding numbers of beaches that they have there. And they have private beaches, smaller beaches, bigger, more dangerous ones, and different colors of blues. And another really important thing for me was the natural surroundings, things like flowers, trees and mountains, and one side is the beach and the other side it's, you can horseback ride. And it smells like flowers, literally. You smell flower all day long. And another thing that was so big to me were the luau's, the shows that the people, they just, every day there's a different one in different parts of the island. And one thing you must see is the sunset. It's never the same sunset. Every place you go to, it's different. This one is at Sunset Beach, usually where they have the surfing competition. And the aloha spirit, which is the random locals, will just take you in and befriend you without even knowing you, call you to their house, have some coffee. And this is live music that they have all night long, and surfing, longboarding, boat riding, swimming, different types of animals, or just laying back and tanning at the beach, So if you ever get a chance, I do recommend that everyone should experience Hawaii.
You are a student in the film and television production program. Could you tell us what made you decide to take the course?
I'm a communication major, so aside from me having to take this course, I'm really into photography and video. I found out that I do it completely wrong. And I do a lot of video blogging, and I want to be a journalist one day, so I thought this was very good for me to, learn how to be better at it. So,
what would you say are the most useful things that you learned in this course?
I actually learned how to use the camera the right way, to where I thought I knew how to use it. Something simple like just before filming, taking the camera and setting it up, to the right settings, or saving it to my memory card, which I sometimes wouldn't, was very important. And just Avid has been life-changing for me because I have a Mac and I use, the Mac device, horrible. Avid is amazing. And live production TV, which is, it's pretty hectic, and I just learned all the different jobs and everything else like that.
Please tell us about your sequences. For example, the chapstick, the casual encounter, and the many colors of fall?
Sure. The chapstick was my first sequence project. In this project, we started out with a storyboard where before we started the project, we would actually write out everything that we were going to film. And I learned how to follow the storyboard, shoot from different angles, get some close-ups, and we have no editing on this one, so it was actually like a cut by cut, so that was pretty neat. And the other project that I did was the casual encounter, which was also another sequence project, which was a lot better than my first one because it was like I already knew what to do a little bit. So we got close-ups, different angles of like her sitting down, or we also learned how to add music to match the emotional part of it. I also learned how to do clean entrances and clean exits. That's something very important, and it helps a lot when you're editing the films and everything else like that. And another project that I did was my fall project. And in the fall project, I had to film with different zoom ins and zoom outs. I had to show emotional lines. I learned different dissolves and fades, like shift focus. I learned things like framing, which is when you have to actually, frame something using everything you have outside. I learned how to put more than one music into the piece, and it makes a lot of difference, the music and all that good stuff.
Please tell us about your best project.
I would say my best project was the fall project. It came out better. It looked a lot better than my other projects. And I just liked, filming outside and the nature itself. And I liked it a lot because it showed different angles. I got some really good close-ups, like the raindrops, really good close-up of the sun, and I like things like lines of grace, and shift man's focus, and I learned lots of new techniques. That was pretty cool that I didn't know before. So. And it was, when you do zoom-ins like that, you can see really good details of, the animals and the leaves and, everything that they're doing.
You mentioned the variety of things that you learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill that you learned and how you will put it to use?
I think my biggest thing was Avid, the editing part of it, and which was great because I learned so many things like quick shortcut keys to certain things on Avid to make it easier to edit. And I think another big thing for me was that a lot of things like the lines of grace or the horizontal lines or vertical lines, things that we learned in class, every time I'm watching a movie now, I'm noticing, oh my God, there's a shift focus. It seems like it follows me now. So I think everything that I've learned in class so far seems to be, in everything that I've learned, so.
Okay. Today we got to meet someone who shared with us her amazing experience with their recent trip to Hawaii. As a new TV director, she hopes to apply what she had learned at the NCC to any future job in journalism and improve her blogging videos. She also wants to be able to use her new knowledge to film her new travel experience as she takes on moving miles across the country. I would like to thank our guest, Kamilla C, for joining us today. Thank you, Kamilla.
Thank you.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed meeting some of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and good day.
Cesario, directed by Aline Brady. I'm your announcer, Mario Brand. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.